Home listing prices just posted their sharpest drop in 9 years. Sellers are pulling their homes off the market at near record rates. Dave Ramsey just called this the most unrealistic real estate market in 100 years. And OpenDoor, they're back in Phoenix, buying and flipping homes at the fastest pace since COVID. So, what does all of this actually mean if you're buying or selling a home in the Phoenix area right now? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer picture of exactly where this market stands. Hey everyone, I'm Suri Atkins. I'm a real estate agent here in the Phoenix area. And if you're new here, this is where I break down what actually is happening in our local housing market. Every week, no hype, no doom and gloom, just real data, straight talk, so you can make smart decisions whether you're buying, selling, or just keeping an eye on the home prices. If you're thinking about buying or selling in the Phoenix area, I would love to connect with you. All of my contact information plus a free instant home value tool are linked in the description below. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always happy to chat. Now, today's video covers a lot of ground. So here's what we're getting into. We're going to talk about why sellers may finally be facing a reality check on pricing and what the data says about list prices right here in Phoenix. We're going to dig into what Dave Ramsey has been saying about housing affordability in 2026 and whether he has a point. We're going to cover OpenDoor's surprisingly comeback in Phoenix. We'll look at current mortgage rates, active listings, and a full breakdown of the Crawford Market Index by city across the Phoenix Metro. There's a lot to cover here, so let's dive into it. Let's start with this article from Realtor.com. Home listing prices post sharpest drop in 9 years. Sellers face a reality check. And honestly, I'm not surprised. National median list price has been falling for 7 consecutive months. In May, it dropped 2.4% year over year, landing at 429,500. This is the sharpest annual decline in Realtor.com's data going back to 2017. And before anybody panics, let's put it all into context. Between 2014 and 2017, most markets were somewhere close to balance. After 2017, things got haywire. Post-pandemic, completely off the rails. So when they say lowest since 2017, what they're really saying is things may finally be getting back to normal. And that's actually good news for a healthy, functioning housing market. Nationally, list prices are coming down at the sharpest pace in nearly a decade. What's actually happening with home prices in Phoenix? I pulled the average list price per square foot for active listings in the Phoenix area. Right now, we're at $359 per square foot. Last year at this time, we were at $354. So year over year, we're slightly above, but compared to 2024 as a whole, we are below it. Over the broader arc of time, Phoenix list prices and home prices have been coming down. My best estimate below 2023, right around in line with 2022 levels. And here's something important. The list price is just the starting point. Sellers take price reductions. Homes go pending. The final sales price is different, and that doesn't include seller concessions. The 359 per square foot listed doesn't mean the 359 at the closing table. It's the opening number, and it's been trending slightly downward since the beginning of 2026. It's not just the home prices that are dropping. Sellers are pulling their homes off the market at near record rates because buyers are pushing back at higher prices and walking away. According to Redfin, in April of 2026, 5.8% of all U.S. homes listed were delisted. That ties with the December of 2025 for the highest share since March of 2020. Here in Phoenix, from the Crawford report, canceled listings per month 1,324 canceled listings, then 1,714, 107.49, most recently 136 in a single month. A steady, meaningful climb, and I expect that number to keep rising through the summer. Now, here's the honest truth. A buyer determines what your home is worth. Not me, not an algorithm, not what your neighbor sold for their home in 2022. It takes a willing buyer and an agreeable seller to create a price, period. Right now, roughly 50% of Phoenix home sales involve some form of seller concessions. Buyers are negotiating hard on price, closing costs, and repairs. This is not 2021. The leverage has shifted. Now, I want to dive in about Dave Ramsey because he made a statement that's getting a lot of attention right now. You love him or you hate him, he made a pretty bold claim. This is the most unrealistic real estate market in 100 years. 75 US homes are currently considered unaffordable by conventional standards. Buying a 442,000 median priced home, 20% down, 30-year mortgage at 6.11% requires a household income around 103,000. Affordability has technically improved, but improved is not the same as affordable. And Ramsey has a valid point. Affordability in 2026 is not just a mortgage rate problem. It's not just a home price problem. It's everything stacked together. We have car loans, student debt, credit cards, down payment, insurance, property taxes. He said, and I quote, "Corporate America has screwed us." Ramsey's not saying home ownership is impossible. He's saying clear the debt first, rebuild financial flexibility, then enter the market. The problem is that for a lot of people, the process becomes a hamster wheel and it never ends. This is why the housing market can show signs of improvement while buyers still feel completely locked out. A household earning $80,000 a year might be doing everything right and still fall short. When the income needed to buy a medium-priced home is over $100,000, but here in Phoenix, the market is still moving. Buyers are still getting pre-qualified, sellers are still closing. In the middle, transactions are happening. Here's something that generally surprised me. I came across an article from Yahoo Finance about OpenDoor, and I'll be honest with you, I forgot about them. The headline: the housing market is stuck, but OpenDoor is buying and selling houses at the fastest rate since 2022. OpenDoor is what's called an iBuyer. They buy homes directly from sellers with cash, make improvements, and relist. Here's the numbers. Acquisition volume up 45% from Q4 2025 to Q1 2026. Home sitting 100 plus days dropped from 33% to just 10%. This is a dramatic turnaround. And then, wouldn't you know it, I'm driving around Phoenix today and I spot an OpenDoor sign in the yard. They are back. Phoenix was one of the original markets. They pulled back and now they're ramping up again. OpenDoor in Phoenix, specifically 91 home purchased in April alone with a clear upward trend. Their sales volume here is climbing too. If the largest iBuyer in the country is buying and selling at the fastest rate in years, that tells you something real about where the opportunity is in this market. Let's talk about mortgage rates. As of today, the 30-year fixed mortgage rate is at 6.67%. Not at the painful highs from a few years ago, but not at the near lows buyers were hoping for. This week has been relatively flat. CPI came in as expected, no major surprises. I expect rates to stay in the range through the rest of this week. If you're actively under contract or seriously shopping right now, stay in close contact with your mortgage lender. Rate improvements can happen fast. One more thing I want to flag. Better and Coinbase just issued the first crypto-backed conventional mortgage. A borrower used their crypto holdings as collateral without having to liquidate for their down payment. Very interesting, and this is significant. Expect to see more of this. Let's look at the active listings and the Cromford Market Index. Active listings in the Phoenix Metro is 24,978, down slightly from recent weeks, below where we were at this time last year. Still well above 2024, roughly 1,700. Listings continue to drift down and demand holds. So the math could shift in favor of a seller's market this summer. Now, the Cromford Market Index, we're currently at 81.5. Around 100 is a balanced market. Under 90 is a buyer's market. Supply 106, about 6% above normal. Demand 86, about 14% below normal. So Phoenix Metro as a whole is a buyer's market, but it's not uniform across all of Phoenix Metro. Seller's market, CMI above 110 is Fountain Hills, Chandler, Scottsdale, Phoenix, Paradise Valley, Mesa, Glendale, Gilbert, Tempe, and Cape Creek. Balanced markets are Peoria and Goodyear. The buyer's markets, the CMI under 80, Surprise, Santan Valley, Maricopa, Queen Creek, and Buckeye. Scottsdale is a seller's market. Buckeye is a buyer's market. These are completely different negotiations. That's why local data matters so much. Over the last week, the CMI moved only 3%, very modest, less than the prior week. For summer in Phoenix, that's pretty normal. Here's what I'm keeping a close eye on going into the summer month is the active listings. Will inventory keep trending downward? If it does, that takes the pressure off the sellers. Buyer demand, will it hold, or will summer pull some of the buyers off the sidelines temporarily? Canceled listings. Will sellers keep pulling homes when they can't get their price? And does that actually help by removing overpriced competition? Mortgage rates, any meaningful movement downward, even half a point, could bring a wave of buyers off the sidelines fast. That is your Phoenix real estate market update for this week. I'm Suri Atkins, your Phoenix real estate agent, and here's my bottom line for you. If you are a seller and your home has been sitting or you're thinking about listing, I want to have a real conversation with you. Pricing it right from day one is everything on this market. If you're a buyer who has been sitting on the sidelines, I hear you. But buyers who wait for the perfect moment often wait themselves out of equity they could be building right now. Let's look at what you actually could qualify for and what's available in the cities where the numbers work for your favor. I want to be your resource. You can call me, text me, email me. All of my information is in the description below. This market is moving. Deals are happening right now. The best time to get clear on your option is before you're under pressure and not after. If this video was valuable for you, please share it with your friends who's thinking about buying or selling in the Phoenix area. And please subscribe so you don't miss next week's updates. I drop one of these every week, real numbers, real data, no fluff. I'm Suri Atkins. I will see you on the next video.